It all started here under this porch when I was young, playing with my Bionicles and Aragon figure in the mud. Charlie, Abigail, Stephen, Alistair, Martin and Lewis defending base 1 from the Death Thorns. I was young, so I had no idea what I was doing, just throwing toys at each other pretending it's a battlefield. But over time, they would gain their characteristics. I would start to draw scenes from what would be the story I was creating. I guess those were my early machinimas, or me just streaming their actual movies. However, the story was all over the place from then till now. Starting off as a sunken island that comes back to the surface after war between America and England. If it was futuristic or medieval fantasy, I have no idea. It was crazy. Then the backstory started forming around Rosargo, Bliss and Ander. Something that will stay this way even to this day, and will set the stage for what the Shattered Crown would become. I tried writing it several times, but I'm no writer, and even tried to get others to do it for me, but it never worked out. It became a hobby and an off and on project whenever I felt like working on it. I started doing YouTube, and much later I dabbled more into machinimas as I do mostly now. That is when I got to the point where I said to myself, you have the ability to make this project with the tools you have. Make it now or you may never get the chance. And so began what would be a 3-year journey of hard work and the making of a wonderful community. I got a little test drive making machinimas on the Lords of Minecraft server, where I did a few episodes called Mason and Molly before doing my last 10 episodes up to the 100th. A lot of people I met on there came to help out in a Skype group I made for the Shattered Crown. There I would ask for help doing some body acting. I still remember to this day our first day of recording with a small group, and what would happen was people jumping on cliffs while burning and horses having to be blocked off completely so not to be killed for continuity. And let's not forget about the struggle that was the first walking scene. Something that would take me only like one take now took me like 30 minutes or so then. Then also came the casting. I consider myself incredibly lucky to be surrounded by so many talented friends that could fill out these roles I had created. I can say all who I have worked with have given it their best, and I am beyond proud of them all. So from me to my voice actors, you have helped give a voice to these characters, make them come alive. Something a lot of you did with perfection. You are the characters and the characters are you. I am forever grateful for your patience and time. Having to deal with me struggling to find my words and repeating again after every line. Suddenly it was time to work on season 2. And I had a few episodes written down, and I brought Inven on to help produce the show. I would write the episodes and read them out for him, and he would help me figure out what worked and did not. The more we worked together, the more he started being part of the creative process of the story. And by the time season 3 was to be scripted, the story became as much his as it was mine. The Shattered Crown would not be the same without Inven. The other side of this project is the community that started from the Body Actors Skype chat that would become the TSC community. We would have Trace make drawings for us, and we would also play all sorts of games while hanging out in our own little corner on the Netherworld TeamSpeak. Then we made the move to Discord, where our community grew even bigger and is still growing to this day. It has become more than just being about TSC the Machinima or my content in general, but a place for people to express their creativity and have fun. I love what it has become, and I hold it dear to heart. Now we have come to the final episode at the end of this 3-year project. And I get emotional just thinking about it. I never thought I would actually complete it. That it would be too hard or people would not care enough for it to work. Yet here we are, and I can honestly say I am proud of the work and the people who was part of it. I did what I said to myself I would do and finished it. It might not always be the greatest, but overall I'd say it's a well-made series that you can get into and explore. Looking back at it all, I know it won't be something that will become huge, especially now that Minecraft machinimas aren't that sought out. It is still one of the best ways of telling stories, so therefore I will continue until a better option comes my way, and I will recommend it for anyone that has a story to tell. Maybe a childhood story like mine.